and welcome to ISTV English News. I'm Dhanya. Let's take a look at the top story first. Catholic schools reopen, resume normal classes fully with security personnel and MSU volunteers standing guard around schools. The news in detail. The Catholic schools have reopened and resumed normal classes from today. State security personnel have taken up security measures around the school buildings. Meanwhile, volunteers of All Manipur Students Union (MSU) have made arrangements to guard the 4 Catholic schools. Since the proscribed KCP-MC had imposed a ban on the Catholic schools located in the 2 Imphal districts almost a month ago, various student organizations, parents, many civil society organizations, etc. have been demanding immediate reopening of the schools. Yesterday, the state cabinet discussed the ban on the Catholic schools and decided that the schools must reopen from April 22, that is today. Those engaged in the service of taking the students to their respective schools by van should also resume their service from today. If anyone is found defying the state cabinet's decision, for the schools, affiliation would be cancelled, and for the van service, permit and license would be cancelled. These decisions were announced through the media yesterday. Perhaps because of this, the Catholic schools were found resuming normal classes while the vans were seen carrying students to their respective schools. A team of ISTV News visited the Catholic schools today and found the classes going on as usual, though the attendance of students was quite thin. As the schools reopened while the underground armed groups ban remained in force, security personnel were seen deployed at the Catholic schools to avert any undesirable incident. At the same time, volunteers of MSU were also found guarding the schools. Vice President of MSU, Dhanajit, told the ISTV News that MSU strongly condemns the ban imposed on the school, which is a holy temple for the young students. He appealed to the guardians to extend full cooperation to the MSU in its efforts to recreate a congenial academic atmosphere for the students to be able to learn freely.
Hoje Manipuri lalawa amana hoji masana masabo hoina KCP MC ne hejawa lalawa group na hoji mission school da atamna na hoji school hangba ya da ba thingui khungjan janjan biriba si hoi athu matamna handokpio mase hoi MC na kan mong da kanem tawi pana hoji mission school da sathari ba khungjan asi apoina satra si mai mission school da leiba mai roi sing si hoi mokoi mani mokha tamna direct tamba mai tamba phangdu boda MSU na mokoi damakta ngak selaga hoi like tamangani haibase MSU gi lengdrawa pandamni mase hoi mani mokha tamna hoi free oina mai tamba phangribo hoi MSU na hoi sathajariba khongjang asi hoi leptana sathajagani.
A one-day state-level convention on state incentive and pension benefit for the Anganwadi workers and helpers, organized by Anganwadi Workers and Helpers Union, Manipur, was held at GM Hall today. Deputy Director of Social Welfare Department, Ranjana Manohar Mayum, Special Officer C.H. Tampak Lema, President of the Union, L. Nonibala, attended as the main guest at the convention. A large number of Anganwadi workers and helpers took part in the convention. Speaking at the convention, General Secretary of the Union, N. Binodini, said the incentive given by the state government is quite different in comparison with other states. She further said the union decided to look after the various inactive Anganwadi centers in the state and will extend support to any action taken against them by the department. On the other hand, she appealed to the authority concerned to give sufficient wages to the workers and helpers of the centers which are functioning in full swing. Not releasing pension for the retired workers and helpers is violation of right to life. In today's convention, all the grievances raised by the workers and helpers would be discussed minutely and urged the authority concerned to deliver justice to the workers and helpers, she added.
State incentive se atai state na lupa lising tariat piba aduga lising taraga hena piba su yaure lising taraga chonga hena pi phang su yaura bako aduga akoi Manipur dana worker dana lupa chama piba aduga helper dana lupa 50 piba adu su tha khudingi hapana teba masi chahi gi oina ga pirakpa chahi ama makhai ga leiraga pibane ba khoi manipur da tawrise aduna masi state incentive si mapung phana ata state ta phangi ba smaina akhoi manipur da leiba anganwadi worker amsung helper sing sida sumadu gi khudong chaba phangba pibi na ba gi demand tawba adu man puthokpa convention ji da ngasi men kanoi puthoi ba adu ga loina na akhoi 60 years suraba singse normally service ta leiba mayam si loina 60 years in the retire or especially ojago mada adu ga judge gumba kai mada lupa chahi khara sangdok panatana ko aduna chahi gum pusuraga lokthok pase akhoi yai tawbodabu service to pension do oire haraga di pension benefit to pu sine adu atai state ta di pension benefit pi haba akhoi state na pi de adu ga pi dana order lokthok gi thabak tu damak tawe haba
MLA of Andhra Assembly Constituency T.H. Shyamkumar has said that beautification of Santhel National Park is in progress at an estimated cost of 4 crore and 80 lakh rupees sanctioned by the State Tourism Department, Government of Manipur. Speaking to media persons, MLA Shyamkumar said the Panam Garden, the site of ancient heritage where an inextinguishable holy fire has been burning since time immemorial, used to be a place of Panam king too. He further said the garden is a fertile place and any seed spread randomly can grow fully. Lam Kaboklai, a wild flower of which scientific name is Gardenia florida, has been growing widely in the garden. Besides, the state government has submitted a DPR of 10 crore rupees for renovation and beautification of the park to the NEC. He appealed to the people of Manipur to visit and have a glance of the Panam garden and rest joyfully for a moment.
Manipur state government tourism department North Council da 10 crore gi project ma thadana Andhra gi Panam mingthau amadi Andhra Panam garden amadi mayam si samgana bagi damok ta proposal tawkhre aduga haiba lai si yam riyaroi ba yam tangba koi mafam matai da hawdaba lai makhalam sumba lai sing si koina asina kugi Manipur gi amadi tourism gi lam koi da puni ngai ba jaga mani aduna Manipur gi praja singna koi atop lam sina koi mafam si sigi phajaba koi kaino se yam riyaroi lai si manam jam si basi lai si koina koi site gi Andhra gi koi Panam mingthau garden gi site gi koina si yang lengbiro adu yam tangba lai makhalam ni manam jam si ba appeal tawjari.
In today's national and international news, as it struggles to push its land reforms past an aggressive opposition, the Modi government has firmed up a strategy that will turn the rival parties into bystanders when it brings another key legislation, the Black Money Bill, for Parliament's approval. The Lok Sabha Speaker has notified the undisclosed foreign income and assets imposition of tax bill as a money bill. This means that after the Lok Sabha has approved the bill, the Rajya Sabha or upper house, where the government is in a minority, has to act on it within 14 days of receiving it, or it will be deemed to have been passed by that house. If the Rajya Sabha makes changes or rejects a money bill, the Lok Sabha has the power to accept or not accept the recommendations, and it will be considered passed. Rahul Gandhi today accused the government of carving out the net and handing it to corporates as he took up the cause of net neutrality in his second speech in Parliament in 3 days. Over 1 million people are fighting for net neutrality and the government is trying to carve out the net and hand it over to the corporates, Gandhi said in the Lok Sabha. Every youth should have the right to use the net, said the 44-year-old Congress Vice President, pitching for a change in the law to ensure net neutrality. Though Rahul Gandhi spoke during the 0 hour when ministers are not supposed to respond, IT Minister Ravi Shankar Prasad made an exception this once. The ruling BJP's call for a nationwide beef ban has alarmed its own members and workers in Meghalaya, where party president Amit Shah is likely to be greeted today by a protest beef party. We will not join the protest, but we are opposed to a beef ban. Meghalaya is a beef and pork eating state. Bringing legislation on banning cow slaughter and beef is a prerogative of states, said Klur Singh Lingdo, the president of the Meghalaya BJP. He said the party unit would like to convey to Amit Shah today that a nationwide beef ban is not the correct strategy. His remarks follow comments by two union ministers, Rajnath Singh and Maneka Gandhi, pushing for a complete ban on cow slaughter. Cow slaughter cannot be allowed in this country. We will use all our might to ban it. We will try to build a consensus, Home Minister Rajnath Singh said last month in a speech to spiritual leaders. Hong Kong's government has revealed proposed reforms for the next election which do not concede to pro-democracy demands for a fully free vote. The electoral blueprint complies with guidelines from China's legislature that candidates for the 2017 election will be screened. Democracy activists say that means the elections will not be democratic. When the guidelines were announced last August, there were weeks of street protest and some violent clashes. Carrie Lam, Hong Kong's second highest government official, put forward the proposal. Hong Kong's leader will be chosen by the general population of more than 5 million eligible voters in the 2017 elections for the first time. And now let's take a look at the top story once again. Catholic schools reopen, resume normal classes fully with security personnel and MSU volunteers standing guard around schools. Thanks for joining us and do keep watching for more updates.